Sarah, today is the 5th anniversary of the Sandy Hook Massacre, in which so many children were killed. That, of course, as a tragedy, was eclipsed by what happened in Las Vegas, which is now the most tragic and mass shooting on U.S. soil. Since that time, what has President Trump done to try to protect the American people against a similar type of massacre? Does he think anything's been done? What is the administration trying to do? Is there anything at the executive level that he thinks needs to be undertaken?
Look, I think that there are a number of different ways that we look to protect our citizens every single day. One of the areas that the president has been outspoken about, not necessarily to those two instances, but just more broadly speaking in terms of national security and protecting individuals, certainly through border security, stronger vetting processes, and looking at whether or not there are other regulations that we could put in place that would
but these were
offer
domestic
protection.
Shooters. These weren't people who entered the United States.
Right, and I said I'm speaking more broadly in
right.
terms of national security as a whole. And look, this is a president who knows that his #1 responsibility is to look for ways to protect American citizens, and we try to do that every single day. And whether or not there's a regulation that could be put in place or not that could have prevented those things, frankly, I'm not aware of what that would be, but we want to look for every opportunity, every way possible that we can to protect American lives, and we're going to continue doing that.
So is it correct to say that the administration is looking at how to prevent these kind of mass shootings by domestic shooters on U.S. soil?
I know that's something that absolutely. I know that's something that the Department of Homeland Security looks at and talks about and works on every single day. I don't think there's a person in this country that wouldn't like us to find ways to protect people, and we're certainly very supportive of that. And
but no one issue
that would be
that the president has highlighted that says he wants to make a
priority. I don't think there's any one thing that you could do that could have prevented either one of those instances, those horrible, horrible tragedies.
But there were prescriptions given very quickly just the other day for this failed terrorist attack, which is why in these cases, I mean, this is the worst shooting on U.S. soil on President Trump's watch.
I understand that, and that's why I also think that you have to take these matters obviously very seriously. But if you could name a single thing that would have prevented both of these, I'd love to hear it, because I don't know what that would look like. But we're looking every single day at how you can protect American lives, how we can best protect American citizens. In terms of New York, we know for a fact this individual came through a chain migration system. This is something the president has been outspokenly against and something that he wants to stop. And that individual wouldn't have been here in order to commit that crime if that wasn't in place. So that's a fact that we do know.
Right. The assault weapons ban, any kind of regulation, any kind of mental health concerns. The president has specifically mentioned that as a possibility, as a factor.
I know that they're looking at some of the mental health issues. It's something the president has raised before, but in terms of a specific policy that we're moving forward with that would have prevented that, I'm not aware of what that would be.